Hello everybody, and it is Thursday, which means tomorrow is Good Friday, and then even better Saturday, and then we have Easter Sunday, and then we have Easter Monday. So we have ahead of us a long 4-day weekend, and it's not like any other 4-day weekend, is it? No, because this weekend there will be bundles of this around, I'm sure, in your house. Now, I'll let you into a secret. Don't think I'm a mean mummy, but my two children do not get and will not get Easter eggs from me. They will get Easter eggs from other people. These ones here are for purposes of the display of this video only. Actually, we've bought them for my auntie and my mum, who probably I shouldn't buy them for either, but it's just a little token of Easter goodwill, because we're going to see them. But I am going to use them today in today's video to give you an idea, first of all, because what I think we should do is have a good understanding of what's in these things and what's going to happen over the weekend, so that you're mindful of what's happening if you should be tempted. Now, I want to try and get you to take that temptation away, because when you are on a weight loss or body fat loss kind of journey, which some of you are, the likelihood is you'll be eating less calories at the moment than you're used to, and less calories than your body needs to stay at the size it's at. Now, we're doing that on purpose because we don't want to stay at the size we're at. We want to get a little bit leaner, we want to get a little bit lighter, we want our clothes to fit a little bit better, or we want to be a dress size down. Whatever your goal may be, the chances are there are times in the day when you'll be hungry, which means you'll be even more tempted by this kind of stuff. And the reason that is because it's quick, it's easy, and when you're hungry, you reach for the easiest convenient thing. So overall tip for life, don't have it in the house, but for this weekend I'm sure it will be. And you don't want to be feeling like you can't join in or have any fun, so you need to make sure you are well prepared for it. Now, one of the main reasons we get hungry or extra hungry is, as I just said, because the calories being low, but the other thing is because often we're thirsty. So the number one thing for you to do when you feel like you want something to eat, you're a bit peckish, is drink a big glass of water first. Then you need to wait a little bit, because when you are thirsty or hungry and you do eat something or drink something, it takes a while for it to settle in the stomach and for those hormones to send the message up to the brain, the satiety factors, to tell you that you are actually then full and stop you eating anymore. So have a little bit of patience as well as a little bit of fluids, and that is your number one tip. The second thing to remember is, if we do get 80 to 90% of the diet right, the likelihood is you have a little bit of this, but you won't have so much of it. If you're hungry and you're starving yourself and you're thinking, oh no, I can't eat all day because I'm going to have a bit of chocolate in the evening, whatever, you're likely to eat more of it. So eat your whole grains and eat your fruit and vegetables, get your lean proteins, get your healthy fats in, make sure that you've got a breakfast, a lunch and a dinner plan, so that you can portion control it and you can make sure that your blood sugar is even throughout the day. Then you can have a taster of chocolate before you go too far into it and have overload with calories. Now, if you eat whole grains, if you eat real food that you can pick from a tree, dig from the ground, if you're eating your fruit and your vegetables, those foods are going to fill you up and keep you fuller for longer, because they're full of fibre and they are filling. And so therefore, once you eat them, eat the right portion size. We talked about it the other day, might have even been yesterday, I can't remember, but size of the fist, half the plate full of fruit and veg. Make sure the protein is the size of the palm of the hand, the width of the hand. Make sure you get all of those things right, tick those boxes, lots of fluid, then you will stand yourself in better stead. So get the baseline calories right with the good quality food, and then you can have a little bit more freedom for this kind of stuff. Now let's go into what is in these kind of things. Now, are you aware, you may well be, we haven't talked about food labels on this challenge yet, that when you read a food label on the back of the pack here, this is a tiny weenie, can you see how big it is, size of my hand? When you go into the supermarkets these days, you can get almighty great big things. Look at the calories and look at the ingredients before you start eating, because there's a lot in there. Now, when you look at a food label and you look at the ingredients, the first thing that's listed on the ingredients list, which in this case is milk, and the second one is sugar. They are the two, they do it in quantity order. So the thing that comes first is what's mostly in this. The second thing is the second biggest ingredient, third thing, third biggest ingredient, and so on. So you can see sugar's the second biggest ingredient on this, so there's an awful lot of sugar in here, and you can see that there's 20 grams of sugar in a half of this tiny weeny little Easter egg. Now I guarantee you inside this, I can't open it because it's a present, but inside this box the egg is only this big, and some of those ones you may have already bought or are on the shelf are probably about 2 or 3 times bigger than this egg. So in half of this there's 20 grams of sugar. Are you aware of the number of grams of sugar you or your children should have in a day? If not, you need to find out. Well, children can have 5 teaspoons of sugar. There are roughly 4 or 5 grams of sugar per teaspoon. So 5, 10, 15, 20 grams is, or 25 grams, 24 to 25 grams of sugar per day for the kids, okay? We're allowed 7 teaspoons of sugar. So multiply that up, 35 grams a day. That's all we're allowed. So half of one of these eggs is 20 grams of sugar. If you ate the whole thing, you'd be going over what's recommended for you to have as your extra sugars, this kind of sugar, on a daily basis. So be careful. Half a shell has 192 calories. That's a lot of calories that are basically no nutritional value to you whatsoever. There's no nutrients in this stuff, even though there's a bit of milk in there. It's not the kind of way you want to get your milk into your diet. This isn't the way to get calcium for your bones. So have a look at the label and be aware. This is a tiny one and it still has all of that sugar and calories in. Here's another one. So this is the Maltesers. Quite often people think there's a bit less in these because they've got the honeycomb centre, so it's not all sugar, it's not all chocolate. But if I show you, there's two big bunnies in here and then lots of little bunnies. The 2 big bunnies are, let's have a look, 156 calories each. And, oh no, yes, it's 106 calories each. And the ingredients, the first ingredient, the number 1 ingredient is sugar in these ones, not even milk on this one. The second one is skimmed milk powder in this one. Then the little bunnies are 62 calories each. So there is no egg in here. These are just little packets of Malteser kind of bunny sweetie things. But again, it's not very big. The packet's not very big. You can be misled. Oh, it's only a little bit of chocolate. It won't matter. Well, that little bit of chocolate could add up to 156 calories. And 9 times out of 10, people will eat more than just one. So get ready for Easter and be prepared ahead. I don't want you to get to Monday or Tuesday next week and be like, oh no, I didn't do it. It was really bad. I had this, because you can do it. And if you plan and prepare for it, it's all down to you. You are in charge of your decision making, your choice, what goes in here. And only you can do that. Nobody's going to stand over you, hold your mouth open and force chocolate in. So it's your hand that takes it, puts it in, eats it. If you do it, take it on the chin and own up to it, and own it and say, you know what, I did it, bang, it's done, I'm going to get on with it and go again. My hope for you is that you don't do that, and that you moderate, you balance, you have a little tiny bit to enjoy with everyone else if you want to, and then you carry on with all the good food, the wholesomeness and the exercise. Don't be exercising to try and burn all this kind of stuff off, because it doesn't work that way. You've got to not put it in the first place, all right? So be aware of what the calories are in all the things and all the stuff that is around you. Try your hardest not to have it in the house. Try and get it out. Try and give it to somebody else. You are not a dustbin. Do not put it in you. But do enjoy the Easter weekend. There are lots of other treats you can have out there that are not treats that are going to make you overconsume and have too much sugar and fat and calories overall. I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, then please do email me. Let me know. If you're stuck for what you're going to eat over the weekend, or you've got any worries about certain things, then make sure you get in touch, and I will do my best to help you survive this weekend of chocolate hell. and I'm sure you'll come out the other side really well. I'm hoping that on Monday we're going to get lots of positive or all over the weekend, but maybe on Tuesday we're just going to be like, you know what, it was like any other weekend. I didn't do anything different. I stayed active, I still ate well, and I let everybody else indulge in this, and I didn't bother because I didn't need it and I didn't want it. I hope that's the case. Enjoy your weekend, whatever you're up to, and I will chat to you again tomorrow.